Rich Rising, welcome back to This is Rose. If you are new to my channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and also share because we need to get on up. But anyways, I hope you have been living an abundant, full life, and you have just been thinking the most positive and grateful things that can happen in your life. So today we're going to be talking about how to not be an insecure woman and how to be the most secure woman that you could possibly be, especially with everything that's going on. We need to be better women and take more accountability for ourselves. So let's get into the topic. So just a disclaimer, I do got my notes down here. So if I'm looking down, it's because I don't want to forget anything. So, because sometimes I can ramble. So the very first thing I want to get into is what even is being insecure. And a lot of us might not recognize that we are being insecure. And let me just say, I used to be an insecure ass woman. Like policing my man, like policing, like where you going, who you with, when, like bushes. If I had some bushes, I'd be looking like insecure, just not feeling like you look good, not feeling like you are deserving of happiness and love, and not, not getting things on your own. Like you're just literally dependent on other people. You belittle yourself, you doubt yourself, you're creating self hate, as in looking in the mirror, this makes me look fat, this makes me look skinny, I don't have a butt, I don't have breasts, I got all these pimples on my face. You're always pointing out the negative things about yourself. Let's try and think about positive things, because honestly, what we see as the most ugliest thing on us can somehow be the most beautiful thing that other people see. And when other people see that we are insecure about those things about ourselves, they kind of just treat us exactly how we feel about ourselves. So stop belittling yourself. Start talking nice to yourself. So don't belittle yourself. And comparison is the worst thing. The comparison will literally create this self-hate in yourself to a whole another level. I used to compare myself, especially when I first started getting on social media and I was trying to build me a platform, becoming an influencer. Like I would always compare myself to other influencers and other people, and like, wow, they have everything going on that I want. Like, how do I get there? Like, how in the hell do I really get there? And as soon as I stopped comparing myself to what other people already had and what their journey consisted of, I started being more happier. I started seeing my followers go up with me just being authentic of who I am. And I started getting followers all on Instagram. Like seriously, from me just being my own true self. So the first thing first is how to build security within yourself, how to build yourself up and become this real secure woman that you always wanted to be. And let me just say, sometimes when we think that we want to be this type of woman and we start going through our journey and we start realizing what type of woman we really want to be, all that's going to change. So don't ever think that, okay, I'm just going to be this type of woman and that's it. No, you have different parts of yourself that needs different nourishments for yourself. So that's something you have to tap in first. So the first thing I want to talk about is um, self-awareness, being aware that you aren't happy, being aware that you are insecure about things. And once you find that level of understanding or understanding, it'll be so much easier for you to build upon that. So, for example, one of the things that I used to be insecure about is literally my body. Like I've always heard growing up, you are so skinny, you are so small. What's wrong with your skin? Like with me even having like eczema, like I just used to hear all types of things. I used to hear, people ask me what size pants I wear, and I tell them like a 6 or 7. They'll be like, no, you look like you're about a 0. You look like you're about a 1. Looks can be so deceiving. Like when I tell y'all, I've been the same size since I was like 12. Like I literally wear a size 7 in jeans my entire life. Like it does not change. Well, it changed from like 5 to like 7. Like it fluctuates depending on the type of jeans. But Anyways, like I used to literally struggle with how I looked, and then I started sitting down with myself and I started writing down where these problems were stemming from. And once I was able to write those things down and really express how those situations truly made me feel, I understood, or I started understanding that, okay, those are just people's projectives on me. Those are people's perspectives being projected on me. And I had to understand that I am as beautiful as they come, small, big, stretch marks, no stretch marks, breasts, no breasts. Like, I had to understand that everything that I seemed to have this insecurity was definitely internally. And when I started expressing that, like, I am beautiful to myself, and started looking in the mirror and accepting who I was and what I looked like, my security for myself on the inside started to exude on the outside. And I say that often in a lot of my videos when it comes to building your confidence or just loving yourself. Everything starts internally. So look in the mirror and definitely start talking to yourself nice. Like, I used to go in the mirror and I used to look in the mirror, look at my eyeballs and say, hey, I am beautiful. I am deserving of real love, true love. I am deserving to be happy. I am worthy. Okay, like, start speaking positive things into yourself. That's top tier. That's an everyday exercise. And when you're doing it, when you start doing it, it may feel foreign and it may feel like it's not working. So it's not going to be just a one-time thing or a two-time thing or a three-time thing. I had to do this for at least a year. Like, honestly, like, I had to do this for a while, and it wasn't like just a everyday thing for me. I had to get into the habit of speaking to myself nice, because I never had nobody speak to me nice. And I never spoke to myself nice. I never even knew what that was. So I had to take on that responsibility and take on that awareness that it's my job to boost myself up. It's my job to make my own self happy. Y'all, sorry about the lighting. It's the weather outside is kind of like gray and it's raining, so it goes light and then goes dark. So sorry about my lighting. And on top of that, it's really important to work internally before you start working externally, because we can go get our nails done, we can go get our hair done, go put on our best outfit, whatever, go out, but that still does not make you happy. If you're not happy on the inside, if you don't talk to yourself on the inside and really work on taking your healing serious within yourself, it will be so hard to really enjoy the things that are happening around you. It'll be really hard to enjoy the beauty that you actually see. It just be kind of like a waste of money. Like, you want to get your nails done, that's a temporary fix. We want to be as happy as possible on the inside as much as we possibly can before just doing things externally. And I feel like society has created this image that if you get your hair and your nails and get your best outfit on, that's it. But it's not. It's more to it, and people need to speak on it more. So definitely, journal was something that really, really helped, because I am a thinker. Like, I overthink a lot. I overthink a lot. So I have to get it out my head, whether it's poetry, whether it is because I do poetry. I actually am going to my first open mic next week, so I'm super excited. I'm gonna have to vlog on that. But journaling is so important, because I was able to jot how I truly felt, write on paper, and I was able to write a letter to those people that hurt me. I was able to write a letter of the things that I was experiencing as a child and why it really affects me. And when I was able to get that out, it was like a breath of fresh air, and just weight just lifted off my shoulder, like on a spiritual level, mentally, emotionally. Like, I just felt like liberated, like I just felt free. So definitely make sure you're journaling as well. And also, one of the things I want to talk about when it comes to building your building yourself into a secure woman. I get tongue tied so much because I get so much downloads and I'm trying to like speak it so much like that. So excuse my words too, and I kind of got like this accent thing going on. I don't know. It's weird shit. Discovering about myself. It's a lot. But um crying, like when you're building yourself to be this most secure woman, we have this level of understanding that crying is okay. I think growing up we used to hear big girls don't cry. You getting older, why you crying? Listen, I want to tell you right now, unlearn that shit, because cry. Crying is your soul's way of literally emptying and releasing what does not serve you on a spiritual level and physical level. Like, that's a stress reliever. So cry, sis. Cry. Please cry. Cry, and it's okay. I think that is so frowned upon. I think that so many people don't understand that crying is okay, especially in the Black community. We are not allowed to cry for whatever reason in the Black community. In the Black community, we seem like it just feels like we're weak, and I think that we need to change that narrative, especially it just starting from women, because women, we are the creators of everything. Our children and our families literally get that from us, like on a scientific level, which I'm not going to get into that because there's so much science behind that, y'all. I'm a geek. So I love science, but scientifically our children receives everything, like our emotions, like our mental capacity, like everything. DNA, the only thing they get from men is the nervous system. So and some features. So scientifically, we if we're not together ourselves, our kids and the generations that we're having, they won't be together. So we have to really start within ourselves. So crying, when you're discovering yourself as to be this secure woman, you're going to cry, because you're going to have things, you're going to be facing things, you're going to be facing yourself, you're going to be facing experiences that you never even thought that you would even be thinking about anymore. Like, you don't understand how much those situations affect you until you actually start healing, and you start facing your truth, and you start facing yourself. So it's very important to cry. Just let it out, y'all. Just let it out. It's okay. We cry sometimes. It's cool. I promise. I promise you it's okay. And another thing, and this is all about internal. I'm speaking to you guys on an internal level versus just everything, because I feel like even a lot of YouTube videos I watch, a lot of people, they focus so much on the outer beauty, but everything literally starts within yourself and taking care of yourself on the inside on a deeper level. So the next thing is being alone. When we're working internally, then moving to the externally, we want to work on being alone, being okay with being by yourself, being okay with um understanding how you feel. And sometimes when we experience situations and we are being alone, having this alone time, we don't quite understand it just yet. And that's okay. You got to learn to be patient with yourself at this time. It's okay if you don't understand something the first time. I feel like when people realize that they don't understand, or they didn't understand a situation at the time, and they start reflecting, it's like, damn. But you have to understand that whenever you do come across a situation like that again, you know how to move accordingly and not move how you used to, because we're growing, we're elevating, so we're learning, and we're it's a journey, y'all. It's life. So be okay and content with being by yourself. That is the most powerful thing that a person, not even just a woman, but a person can do, is be alone and cultivate and really understand or understand what they have going on, where they are in life. Being alone definitely, I don't know. Right now, this is I being alone has like a bittersweet thing. Like, some days you're like, it's the best days you're having, and then other days, like these past couple days for me, have been very dragging. It's just been very like, not as motivating. But at the same time, I've learned, or I've just been aware that I only have those dragging days like once or twice, versus when I used to have those days, it would be dragged out to about a week, almost a month. So I'm learning that I can get myself out of that funk, or out of that dragging in, or that stagnant energy. I'm learning to take control of my life and how I view things, and understand that I don't have to be in this sad or irritating or stagnant energy all the time. That I can actually shift my mentality from being so sad and put it towards uplifting myself and taking care of myself. And that's really, really important. When you're becoming a secure woman, you want to be able to recognize when you are down and you're not feeling your best, and be able to put yourself in a position to uplift yourself and do better. So being alone, don't underestimate that. Okay, when even when God removes, or if you believe in God or universe or whatever, even when someone is being removed from us and we're called to be alone at this time, take that as a blessing. And don't take it as it's torture, or don't take it as why me. Like, yeah, you're gonna feel like that in the beginning. However, you have full control to shift your reality. So all it takes is just healing internally first, and just being self-aware and understanding that some things could be different if you were to change as well, and not just be so fixated on trying to change the other person. Because let's be real, as women, we feel like, especially when we're in relationships, we feel like we can change that person, and it's innate in us, because we're mothers innately. So we're automatically like that. But it's okay when you start being alone and you start really understanding who you are as a woman, and what parts of you need the most help and the most attention. Everything will start to change and life will get better. You just have to be patient with yourself. Another thing, after you've done all the crying and the releasing and everything, it is so important that you replace that emptiness with the things that you love to do, or the things that will bring you excitement or fulfillment, and not this codependent energy. So, one of the things that I highly encourage is, if you're not big at working out, okay, you have yoga, you have you can try fasting. Fasting, believe it or not, y'all, fasting is very, very, very lucrative. Like, to your mental, to your spiritual, emotional side, your physical side, like manifesting side. When you want to manifest, listen, fast in that same, like, anything that you want, and you want it like now, I'm telling you, fasting, and on top of that, meditating and releasing, y'all. When I tell you your manifestations happen with the quickness, it do. So I'm not telling y'all to just quit completely eating, because there are different types of fastings, which I can create a separate video on that. But I realized too, with fasting, I'm able to get my health in line. That's a different type of self-awareness when you fast. Um, because with my fasting, I've realized the things that I was eating in my body that weren't the healthiest things definitely played a huge factor in how I was feeling. So when I cut out the meat, I actually haven't ate meat in some years. I actually haven't ate meat in some years. I think it's been like, well, I haven't had pork since like 2014, 2015. Oh shit, y'all haven't even realized that. I haven't ate pork since like 2014, 2015, something like that. So it's been about, dang, y'all, it's almost been like 10 years. It's been like 8 years. Wow. Holy crap. I didn't even realize that. And then I completely quit eating meats probably like 3 years ago, maybe. I think a little after I had my daughter, around like 2017. I think about 2019, 2019. So that's like, yeah, 2019 ish. I quit completely eating meat because meat, believe it or not, there's a science behind that too, which I'm gonna just have to make a completely different video on that. But those hormones and things that I was eating and into my body, even the sweets, I don't even eat sweets as much. I'm actually, right now in my journey, I'm actually a frugivore. So I eat nothing but like fruits, I eat some vegetables, I drink coconut water. That's shout out to the skin, because ever since I had this whole entire change, my body has been feeling completely rejuvenated. But I eat like a lot of melons, because melon actually has H3O2, which is actually what the type of water in our body. I know scientifically they say H2O, but let me just tell you, they be lying. Like, it's so much things on the back end, and y'all could call me a conspiracy theorist or whatever you want, but when you actually do the research and you see what's going on, you're gonna see the same thing. But yeah, that's another topic for another day. So try working out. Like, when I tell you, I don't even really work out like that, but you can just see my body. I literally breath work. I do breath work every single day, and that involves just literally just, let me just show y'all. That literally involves just breathing, and those that breath work allows you to slow down your body, slow down your mental, slow down, period. This was the best thing that I could have ever done in my life. Shout out to Danny. Because when I started doing breath work, I was literally able to slow down my mental process. Like, I was able to really self reflect and really evaluate everything, every aspect, everything in my life. I was able to literally slow down and break it down and analyze it and self reflect on a whole different scale. So, if you want to learn more about breathwork, I will put that in the description box. I will put Danny's information. Danny is the best, y'all. I kid you not. Like, and I worked with her for an entire month. When I tell you, learning breathwork changed my life, like literally changed my life, and I think that has a heavy part in my manifestations coming true, because she told me, shout out to Danny for this information. Yeah, my ankle was hurting. But she was telling me that we breathe like 218 breaths per second, and we're really supposed to, or a minute or something like that. And she told me we're really supposed to, it's supposed to be like, it's supposed to be real slow. And I was like, damn, like, I never thought about that. And with me being an impatient person, that really helped me slow down and reevaluate where I was. Because with me, I don't know if it's me being an Aries or what, but I'm always constantly on the go. Like, I'm a busybody. Like, I work, like, I'm one of those people who work really well under pressure. So like, it's like I don't know, I think I'm like a Einstein or something. I don't know, but um, working out is very important when you're becoming a secure woman, because you need to feel not only better mentally, physically, spiritually, like, you need to feel better, your energy. Your energy, you need to feel good. And working out definitely is a stress reliever. I highly recommend it. You ain't gotta be in the gym trying to look like Beyonce. You ain't gotta be in the gym trying to look like all these Instagram fitness gurus. You don't have to look like that. The whole point of you going to the gym is to work on yourself. Okay, work on yourself, eating the right things. Okay, we done took care of ourselves mentally. Now we gotta take care of ourselves physically, and that means eating better. That means working out. Y'all, when we start eating the right things for our body, like the things that we're supposed to, especially with us being electromagnetic beings, light beings, we need to eat things that help us feel light, that help us, be so electrical. And melons and berries and fruits, like real fruit, like seeded things, those things help us. And if you can't tell, like skin wise, I'm gonna have to show y'all a picture, but my skin has gotten completely better. Like I'm not as mucusy. Like usually I'd be like like I be having so much mucus, but now I don't have I don't have those problems. Like I sneeze every now and then because I'm allergic to pollen and stuff, which really that has not even been an issue for me ever since I started eating fruit and drinking water. Like I feel so much better, y'all. So part of becoming a or building yourself as a secure woman means taking care of your health. That is so important. You can't want to be a secure woman and not consider your health. It don't work like that. So definitely work on your health and building your health, taking your health seriously, whether that's mental health or just physical health. Take it seriously, and then when you start doing that, honey, you need to start attracting those type of people. When I tell you, sometimes I be having to like pinch myself because I be like, oh my gosh, did I just attract him? Because it be some fine men that be coming towards me that be, having they look like they had money. They got BMWs, they got Teslas, like they got it look like they walk in like money, they be smelling like money. Like they smell good. They smell like they take care of themselves. And it's like, damn, I'm attracting that. And when you start attracting men or start attracting women like that, them people in the past that you was dealing with, them people gonna start shitting on them. Like they gonna start shitting on them. You gonna be like, what was I thinking? And then you gonna start to see that improvement. You gonna start to like see the people that you're attracting towards you is a lot more happier people, a lot more people who are considerate, who are aware of their own self, and you want those type of people around you. So it's a law of attraction, baby. And another way to build yourself as a secure woman is doing what you love. So you've released everything, you've cried, you've had this alone time. Now it's kind of like, well, what do I do? Like, what else do I do? Y'all, you can literally paint. I discovered I like to paint. Like I've always been into arts since I was little. Like I used to take art classes and stuff, but I never had a teacher that really was passionate about art for real. Like that really wanted to sit down and teach me art. So what I started doing was I started getting into it myself, and I'm about to show y'all something I created last night. So I'm not done with this yet. Um, and I'm not really quite sure what it really is. But I just know it looks really fucking cool. And I'm not done. I think I'm going to I don't know if I want to do it upside down. I don't know. No, I like it the other way. But I don't know what it's gonna be just yet because I be seeing because even when I'm staring at my own art, when you stare at art, it's not what you see, it's what you want people to see. And I don't know, I be looking at my art and I be like, that's like a face. I don't know. Sometimes I just look at my own art and see what it is that I created. Um, what else? When you start doing things, you don't necessarily have to do art, but you can start going out and trying new things. Like I'm going to start taking pottery. I like to do things with my hands. I realize I am a hands-on type of person. That's how I learn. Even when it comes to learning things on social media, like content creation, it has to be something hands-on. I like DIYs. Like I'm gonna start tapping into DIYs more. But you can look at DIYs. You can build things around the house. Like y'all just start fulfilling yourself, like finding things to do. Like I one thing I want to do is that tape that they be having on the walls. I forgot what kind of tape it's called, but it's usually like black tape, and you can create all these little things on the wall. Like I want to do stuff like that, like doing things like that, and not being codependent on what you used to be. That's a bad habit. So we gotta break those habits and do things that we want. Like for instance, I have always been able to dance since I was like 6, 7, whatever, young. I was young. My first baby was hip hop. I loved hip hop dancing. Like my mom put me in hip hop class. I was in that thing. Like at that time, it was we was doing shit like that. Like we was doing things like that growing up. So now that I'm older, I'm starting to get into my femininity and my feminine energy, and I'm starting to tap into my sexual energy and my seductive and sensual energy, because I feel like I've always been a sensual person. Like, I'm so comfortable at this point with my sexuality. Like, I'm a sexual person. Not even on no twerking or bald head, shit, bald head. Like, I ain't like into like stuff like that. But I take heel classes, so I believe in just expressing my sensuality, like loving myself. Like, that's a sense to me. That is a sense of self-expression and self-love to myself, because I'm looking in the mirror and I don't see anybody else. I see me, and I see how beautiful I am, and I see how so sensual. Like, I always, even in all my dance classes that I go to, they always tell me it's the sensuality for me. It's so sensual. It's so, so sexy. Like, I always got told I have a nice sex appeal. Like, I don't know, I just have a nice sex appeal. So I just started embracing that instead of trying to hide it. And ever since I started showing it, I just been feeling so much better, and I've been feeling super secure in who I am, because I'm aware that I am a person that is sexual and that is sensual. Like, that's just part of me. So that's just who I am. So another thing that I want to talk about is building the knowledge as well. Because one thing about a secure woman knows things. She's smart. She's able to articulate conversation. She's able to comprehend what she's doing, what she's reading. And one thing that I've been finding out that I've been loving is reading. Reading has just been something that has been, when as I was younger, it was a battle, but now that I'm older, I'm realizing the importance it is to be able to read and articulate what it is that you're reading. And I feel like reading also helps you with being vocal and being able to express how you feel and what you want to say. And that's something that I'm kind of working on still, but at the same time, I'm still vocal. Like, I can still let you know how I feel, but it's for me, it's about being respectful about it. So I can be respectful and express how I feel without being so aggressive how I normally would be. And that's part of being a secure woman, is understanding your tone and how you're talking to people, how you're approaching people. And all of that literally stems from having a sense of self-awareness and how to deal with people. If you're dealing with somebody who is very sensitive, and you saying anything to them or saying anything to them period will make them cry or whatever, like, your approach needs to be sensitive as well. Like, this person is emotional, but approach them in a sensitive but yet stern way, so they get the message, but not to make them feel uncomfortable. So having that sense of awareness is very important. So even with reading helps you comprehend things. Y'all, first of all, I've always been a person who could comprehend on a high level. Even when I used to take like SATs and all of that stuff, like, I always had, like, my comprehension for reading was high as hell. Like, it was really high. So so reading is very important, and then you learn bigger words. You learn new meanings, and people love being around smart people, especially when you're elevating. You think you're gonna elevate and talk to people who don't know how to speak. Now, they do have people like that, but but when you start to really love yourself and start to pour into yourself and educate yourself, you start to attract those same people. And you want to be around like-minded people. You want to be around people who uplift you. So definitely, knowledge is powerful. Knowledge is key. um Knowledge is a rites of passage. Knowledge, knowing things, and not even just knowing things on just a reading, but look up things on how be a woman. And I say this too because I'm trying to figure out how to say it. But be a woman who knows how to do a multitude of things. Like, be a woman kind of like me. Don't say, I ain't gonna say be like me, but but be a woman who knows how to, if we don't have, like, I guess some type of ingredient in the kitchen, I can go outside in my garden and get it. Like, like, be a woman who knows how to garden. Be a woman who knows more than just this modernized way of thinking and being, because I feel like this modern society kind of babies us and spoon feeds us too much. And I feel like, I don't know, but me being from the country, like, I can make you a rice bag for your menstrual cramps. Like, do things or learn ways, natural ways of doing things. And I feel like that literally helps you be a secure woman, because I feel like it's easier to be a secure woman too. And this is just my personal opinion, because a lot of women in modern society today, they don't even know how to make milk. Like, they don't even know how to garden. They don't know how to do anything the natural way. And I don't know if it's because I grew up in the country, but I know how to do those things. Like, I don't even think women know how to make tea properly. And no, you don't boil the dang on tea for 20 minutes. Okay, you bring it to a boil, put the top on, turn it off, and let it steep for 10 minutes. You'd be surprised how many women don't know how to do that. Just simple tea, like, cornbread. Like, come on. You'd be surprised how many people don't know how to cook. Like, learn how to cook. Learn how to cook, and not just cook on a modern way. Like, learn how to cook plant-based things. Like, learn how to be a woman of variety. So that's important. Like, I feel like being a woman who knows how to do a variety of things is very important, and that also puts you out there more, because when you start meeting y'all, when I talk to men sometimes and they tell me about the women they've dealt with in the past, it makes me feel like I am a rare breed. Like, in all honesty, and not to shame or bring down women, but it lets me know that how many women really don't know themselves, and they don't know how to create a life for themselves. And that's why I'm making a video like this, because you are in control of who you are and what you can be and what you need to be for yourself, not only for yourself, but for your future husband, your future family. Because believe it or not, the women has leadership roles. She's a leader too. She's the leader of the home. Like, yeah, we work outside of home, but she's definitely the leader of the home. And so when you're dating, and this is for men, I guess, if men come across this video, if you're dating a woman and she's not able to be of service at home and be a variety at home, then why are you with her? Like, seriously, like, she can't cook both ways, or a number of ways, and she can't really, she's not really cool with learning new ways. Like, why are you with her? You want to be with somebody who can express and show you different things. And I speak so highly of that, because I am that type of woman. I'm willing to learn a bunch of things. I'm not stuck in my ways with just my way of thinking, and I'm open to receive. And I feel like that's very, very important when you are trying to build yourself as a secure woman. You need to be open to receive. That's key. That's another key. That's another rite of passage. Like, you have to be open to receive, whether that's in love, career, finances, business moves. You have to just be open to receive those things. And when you learn to be open to receive, you start getting things that you never even imagined, whether it's help from people that you didn't even want help from. You just start receiving all of these things, and you have to be open, especially if you put that in the universe. Like, I wish I had help with these bills, or I wish I had help with my kid, and I wish I just had help. And then watch, somebody might just offer you, oh, I can help you with that. Oh, I can help you pay for those groceries. I'll say, you might be down to your last few dollars. Like, this is how powerful being open to receive is. You might be down to your last $20, $30, and you could be in a grocery store and you're like, man, I wish I could get all of the things that I really, really want. I wish I can get this food or these groceries without spending all my money. Y'all, somebody might bless you and say, you know what, I'm gonna take care of that. Can I buy that for you, ma'am? Can I buy that for you, sir? I've literally had situations happen like that to where I put it out there like I don't want to spend this money to put this in the gas, and I had a man literally come up and be like, can I pay for your gas? I really want to, help you today. I just want to be generous. And I'm like, yes, of course. Thank you. Like, you got to be open to receive. And as a secure woman, you know what that looks like. You can readily identify what that looks like for yourself, especially when you put it out there into the universe and then you're receiving. Like, that lets you know too that your manifestations and everything that you're doing, you're on the right track, you're on the right path. So you just have to keep going. So I hope I covered that for y'all. I tried to make this video as short as possible because it takes a minute to upload long videos on here. So if this resonated with you, make sure you comment below and let me know, like, did this help you? Did this resonate with you? Because I want the information that I'm giving out to be received in some type of way. So definitely like, share, comment, and I'll be making more videos like this. And I really hope this helped, family. Just know I love y'all. Make sure you connect with me. Everything that I mentioned that I was gonna put in the description box, I'm putting in the description box. So peace, family. I really love you. Mwah.